Hi everyone, it's Iris, and welcome back to the Dream Machine. We just entered our wife stream, so there's a heart-shaped carving here. It says 11 plus A. So let's try and figure out what's going on. It's a standard issue life preserver. There'll be plenty of time to relax once I've cut the machine from the stream. I don't think there's going to be anything we can interact with here. Shields people from the sun. Yeah, everything's just... Alright. Hi, me. Hello? I don't know which is more pressing. Have you seen a pregnant woman aboard? As your superior, I'm asking the questions here, Cadet. Why don't you have a badge? Who are you? My name is Victor Neff. My name is Victor Neff... What? Sir? That's right. You're a fast learner. I like that. Now, Cadet Neff, why don't you have a badge? A badge? Your number, Cadet. Where's your number? I don't have one. Then how do I know what to call you? Why don't you just call me Victor? Because my name is also Victor. That's a strange coincidence, don't you think? It's a pretty common name. In fact, every crew member on this ship is named Victor. That's why we use badges. The fact that you don't know this makes me suspicious. Are you a rebel insurgent? A what? Are you a rebel, son? Or a spy? You smell like a spy. I'm neither. Don't lie to me, sailor. I'll waterboard you 6 ways till Sunday. I promise, I'm not lying. Cross your heart and hope to die? What? It's a simple question, sailor. Do you cross your heart and hope to die? What kind of interrogation is this? I'm sorry, mate. I'm just messing with you. I knew you were coming and thought I'd give you a little hazing. You know, to say, welcome aboard. Sorry if I scared you. Oh, you had me worried there for a second. I'm Victor 5, by the way. We're sharing cabins, so you and I will be seeing a lot of each other. I was told to send you up to the captain's aide once you got here. He greets all the new crew members, so you should probably go see him. Take all day, though. He loves to wait. Or was there anything else? Where am I? You're aboard the SS Albatross, the finest ship to ever sail the Aegean skies. Have you seen my wife? You have a civilian wife aboard? What's her name? Maybe I can page her. Her name's Alicia Neff. That's not funny, Cadet. Why, is anything wrong with her? I wouldn't even joke about that if I were you, but I need to see her. Direct contact with the captain is for members of the command staff only. And you're not part of the command staff unless you've been promoted at record speed. Alicia's the captain aboard? That's Captain Neff to you, Cadet. Nobody calls her Alicia and lives to brag about it. On second thought, scratch that. Call her Alicia. I'm sure she'll appreciate that. Okay, where do I find the captain's aide? He's usually by the bridge on deck 3. Can't miss him. Also, the captain's aide enjoys a sense of camaraderie among the crew. So try to high-five him any chance you get. He loves that. This must be a mistake. I didn't sign up for this. Are you trying to be funny, Cadet? You showed up for duty, didn't you? You're in uniform, aren't you? I'm actually not wearing a uniform. No, you just accidentally put on exactly the same set of clothes as the rest of the crew. I guess so. That's why they call it a uniform. Alright, bye. See you a bit later, then. Alright, let's just go talk to the captain's aide. Welcome aboard, Cadet. I'm Victor 3, Captain Alicia Neff's aide. I'm essentially her right hand on board this ship. Your orders from the bridge will come through me. The captain has a full plate and doesn't have time to micromanage individual cadets. You got that? I have something I want to ask you. Hold on, Cadet. First things first. First of all, we need to designate you a call sign so people know what to call you. How does Victor 6 strike you? Sounds fine, I guess. Good. Here's your badge. From now on, if you hear Victor 6 over the PA system, that means you. I haven't heard anything about your assignment yet, but why don't you just get acquainted with the boat and the crew for now? They might need assistance, so that'll be a good opportunity to make yourself useful. Think you can handle that, Cadet? Yes, sir. Good. Oh, and before I forget, here's the key to cabin 1. That's where you bunk from now on. The lower bunk should be available. Make yourself at home. Is there anything else? I'd like to see the captain, please. Direct contact with the captain is for members of the command staff only. And that's way above your rank. So in order to see the captain, I need to get promoted. Not only that, you need to be promoted to a command position. And you'll only get promoted if you impress her consistently, which is a tall order. The command staff are considered the elite aboard. If you hear a voice on the PA system, it's one of them. To you, that's the voice of God. Are you a member of the command staff? No, not yet. But according to our latest crew evaluation, I'm next in line for a promotion. Alright, where's my cabin located? You'll see it when you come down these stairs. Where are the other crew members? They're on duty on the decks below. You probably ran into some of them coming up here. How many crew members are there? We currently house over 1,500 passengers aboard, and in total there are over 250 crew members doing various tasks. But the ship is vast and sections rarely interact. The bridge lies beyond this door. That's where the captain and her command officers control everything aboard. Perform your duty well, and one day you might be able to join them. We're on the top deck section of the ship. Besides us, there's the bartender, the ship servant, and the busboy. How can I see the rest of the ship? Right now you're assigned to this section only. In order to leave it, you need permission by the captain. How do I get that? Getting promoted to another assignment is your best bet. I wouldn't try leaving by force if I were you. The last section deserter we caught got a one-way ticket to coal room duty. That's all. Come see me again once you're settled in. I might have received an assignment from command by then. If you manage to impress them, there might be another assignment after that. Alright. So, let's go talk to the bartender first. You should know better than walk around without your badge on. Yeah. Stop patronizing me. I get it. There we go. The captain's aide told me to help you out. Is there anything I can do? Not likely. Tending bar requires years of training. It's a really huge responsibility. Okay. How do I start training? This book is a good place to start. The Ultimate Drink Book, a comprehensive guide to cocktails from around the world. That's it? I just read this? Knowing the recipes is only the beginning. You can train a monkey to follow a recipe, but that doesn't make him a bartender. The hard part is doing it with flair and finesse. Do that, and I'll tell the captain's aide that you helped me. What do I need to do? Mix me a martini. You'll find everything you need around the bar. If you mess up, just rinse the shaker in the sink and start again. Alright. Well, let's just pick up absolutely everything that it will let me. Because doesn't everybody hoard things? Alright, how do I make a martini? Gin, vermouth, and lemon juice. Okay. Gin, vermouth, and lemon juice. Lo and behold, I have created a martini. Alright, here you go. Let's taste, shall we? That's a surprisingly decent martini. Just what I needed. Sweet liquor makes time go quicker. I'll tell the captain's aide that you helped me out. Thanks. Okay, well, that was easy enough. Go check out our cabin. Home sweet home. Lamp is screwed to the desktop. I guess that comes in handy during rough weather. Standard issue radio receiver, probably used for listening to music during the off hours. Standard issue clothes and uniforms, nothing out of the ordinary. According to the captain's aide, this bunk is mine. It looks mildly comfortable. Top bunk looks well made. This bunk belongs to the bartender. And running water. All the comforts of home. Oh, please let me leave the cabin. Thank you. I'm guessing you're the new guy, eh? Nice to meet you. I'm Victor 7. I'm the ship's head servant. The captain's aide told me to help you out. Is there anything I can do? Sure thing. I don't know if you've noticed yet, but there's a bit of a rat infestation aboard. I just saw one scuttle into the hole by the door over there. If you want, you could help me eradicate them. I don't, but Victor says sure. What do I need to do? As far as I can tell, they build their nests in the walls. You need to locate all the nests and bait them with poison. How many nests are there? I've seen 3 so far. Sound good? Frankly, no, but I'll do it. Consider it done. Great. Here's the rat poison. There's only a little bit left, but I think it'll be enough to bait the nests. Don't handle that stuff lightly, mind you. The poison is potent enough to kill a full-grown man. Gee. Tell me more about yourself. I haven't gone to any fancy schools or read any books with long titles like the command officers up on the bridge. I just happen to be good with my hands. But I've got something the rest of this deadbeat crew lacks. Oh yeah? What's that? Ambition, my friend. I'm destined for greatness. Can't you feel it? One day, the captain will catch a glimpse of my tan, ripped body and decide that I'm the one. The one? The one what? The love of her life, you dope. Did you know she never married during the Great War? She always chose duty before personal pleasure. That shows character. But the war's over now, and deep down, I know she longs to settle down. That's where I, with my good looks and charm, have the edge. All right, so tell me more about the captain. She's just about the only thing keeping this ship in the air. How come? I don't know if you've noticed yet, but the staff isn't the most productive. Without a strong leader, nothing would get done. We're lucky to have her. All right, what about the captain's aide? He likes to keep up appearances. He tries to give the illusion that he runs things aboard, but the only thing he does is read the captain's instructions out loud to the rest of us. You can train a parrot to do that. That's his job? Pretty much. He thinks he's better than everyone else just because he gets to work so close to the bridge, and he keeps harping on about how he's next in line for promotion. But he's just like the rest of us. Alright, well, what about the rest of the crew? This ship's like a small city. I don't know how many crew members and passengers we carry, but it's a lot. And they all need to be fed and taken care of. It's quite an undertaking keeping a ship like this afloat. And to know that it's basically managed by one person makes it even more impressive. All right. Well, thank you. See you later, then. Is there anyone else to talk to? Yes, I am going to be that person and wake you up. Sorry, not sorry. Who? Who are you? I'm the new crew member, apparently. I didn't think you were due until tomorrow. Guess I was early. Nothing wrong with that, I guess. I'm Victor 4, the chief busboy. Are you getting used to life on board? It still feels very unfamiliar. Don't worry about it. Once you have an assignment, you'll get used to it. About that. The captain's aide told me to make myself useful and help you guys out. Is there anything you need? If you want, you can clean that desk over there. I'd do it myself, but I'm on my break. Sure, I can do that. Thanks. It needs to be sent to the kitchen. How do I get to the kitchen? You don't. Just use the dumbwaiter by the bar. All right, tell me more about yourself. Why would you like to know that? I just thought I'd try to get to know you a bit better. Are you here to keep tabs on me? I'm just trying to make conversation. Who sent you? What? Nobody sent me. You're one of them, aren't you? Never mind. Tell me about the captain. With the things that go on board, I'm sure she's the only reason I'm still on this ship. She holds her guiding hand over me. What things would that be? There's something wrong with this place. Can't you feel it? Like what? I've said too much already. Okay, tell me about the captain's aide. He's basically just the mouthpiece of the command staff, but he's not as innocent as he seems. Every once in a while, he knowingly reads the orders wrong to trip someone up. He tried to do that to me once as well, but I confronted him about it. He brushed it off like it was just a mistake, but I know better. I advise you not to get on his bad side. I see. If you've got ambition to get ahead, take anything he says with a grain of salt. Okay, well, what about the rest of the crew? I don't know many people on board, except the ones I work with daily. My assignment limits me to the kitchen and the serving areas aboard. When I'm off duty, I usually stay here in my cabin, out of sight. Okay. See you later. Okay, we'll take the dishes, and I guess we'll bait this one first. Put some poison in the hole. We'll just go take a look around here, and we'll go to the top deck, and then we'll go down. Oh, there it is. Okay. Rat poison. Oh, wait. Can I open this door? Door's locked. Okay. There's the third one. That was the last of them, which is just as well since I'm all out of poison. Alright. Oh, we'll grab that. And all you guys in the kitchen can have the dishes back. Alright, so we'll just go turn these in, see if there's anything else that we can... Victor 6, report to the captain's aide. I repeat, Victor 6, report to the captain's aide. Alright, we'll go turn those in a minute. There you are. Has my assignment arrived yet? I just received the briefing. It's a doozy. There might even be a big promotion in it, if you play your cards right. As you might have heard, one of our crew members went AWOL recently. I didn't know that, sir. It's unfortunate, but sometimes these things happen. According to initial reports, he was seen drinking late last night, but the captain suspects somebody might be withholding information. Why does she suspect that? Because the initial reports contradict each other. Some say they saw him drinking, some say he never touched a drop. It doesn't add up. Has this happened before? It's pretty rare, but yeah, these things happen now and then. You sound pretty unconcerned. The way I see it, he's probably passed out drunk somewhere below deck. That's usually the case when people miss a shift. I think he'll show up sooner or later. Who's the missing crew member? His call sign is Victor 11. He worked as a sun deck steward. He always seemed very reliable to me, but I haven't had much contact with him. Protocol states that we have to inform his next of kin 24 hours after the disappearance. That hour is approaching quickly, and the captain wants to be able to tell them something more substantial than, "Sorry, we seem to have misplaced your son." Okay, what does a sun deck steward do exactly? He basically takes care of passengers who are sunbathing. It can be anything from applying sunscreen to managing deck chair reservations. What does the captain want me to do? She wants you to investigate his disappearance, talk to his fellow crew members, and find out what they know. Where was he last seen? Did he talk to anyone about leaving? Is he hiding from something? That sort of thing. Why is the captain giving me this assignment? Since you arrived today, you're the most impartial crew member aboard. You don't know any of the crew, and you have no reason to lie. That puts you in a unique position to actually find out what happened. Could foul play be behind the disappearance? I guess all options have to be considered, until we found evidence to rule them out. Who knew him best? I can't say I'm the one to ask about this. He shared cabins with Victor 7, the head servant. He ought to know him pretty well. Where do I begin? Talk to the other crew members, examine the sun deck where he used to work, check out his quarters. Maybe he left something behind. I won't let the captain down, sir. With this assignment, you've been promoted to the rank of Assistant 4th Class. Perform your duty admirably, and there might be another promotion down the line. Come back if you need... Come back to me if you find anything or need my help. I might be able to nudge you in the right direction. Alright, let's head downstairs and see what we can figure out. Also, it is, as my mother would say, hotter than the hubs of hell today, and I blame my reading skills on that. No one can tell me otherwise. I'm investigating the disappearance of Victor 11. I'd like to ask you a few questions about it, if you don't mind. Shoot. How well did you know Victor 11? I knew him quite well, I guess. We've shared cabins for the last couple of months. Which cabin would that be? Cabin 2, right around the corner. I'd like to check out where he lived. You wouldn't happen to have the key, would you? As strange as it might sound, I seem to have forgotten where I put it. Maybe you can do something for me to jog my memory? Like what? There's this guy down in the kitchen, Victor 84. He's just a prep chef, but for some reason he thinks he's got the right to boss my waiters around. If you can find some way to teach that guy a lesson, I might be able to remember where I put the key. What type of lesson? Something that says, don't mess with the waitstaff. How do I do that? Frankly, I don't want to know. Okay. But I am not responsible for what happens. Great. Come back once it's done and I'll give you the key. When was the last time you saw him? Last night, around 9 or 10. Where was that? In our cabin, as I was coming back from a shift. He was freshening up. Said he had a meeting with somebody on the sun deck. Who? I don't know, but he seemed pretty antsy. Got himself perfumed to the gills, so naturally I thought he was seeing some skirt from the passenger section. You didn't ask? We're not allowed to consort with passengers, but if one of us does, I tend to look the other way. What happened next? Well, I tried to cover his morning shift, thinking he was off on cloud 9, but when he didn't show up for lunch, I started to suspect something was wrong. What did you do then? By then, his absence had been noted by others. I didn't tell anybody about the meeting because I thought it would look pretty bad on his permanent record. I see. Do you have reason to believe he wanted to leave the ship? He never mentioned that to me, and we were pretty close. Did he seem unhappy about something? I wouldn't say that. He seemed preoccupied lately, but definitively not unhappy. Preoccupied with what? I don't know. He never told me. Did he have any enemies on board? Why do you ask? Do you think somebody wanted to get rid of him? I'm just trying to be thorough. How can you make enemies on a sun deck? I don't know. Maybe he got smooth with somebody's wife. I suppose that's possible, but he always seemed so professional. That's all. See you later, then. Can I turn in this quest to you, please? Should I listen yet? Not yet. Nope. Okay, I guess you don't care that it's done. See you later. Oh, let me into the cabins, please. Thank you. Hey, busboy, wake up. I'm investigating the disappearance of Victor 11. Do you mind if I ask you a few questions? I was afraid this might happen. Why do you say that? When I heard he was missing this morning, I got a bad feeling. Like I knew something was wrong. Hearing the captain's ordered an investigation confirms that. He hasn't just missed a shift anymore. He's gone. That's still to be decided. What do you know about his disappearance? What do you want to know? Well, how well did you know Victor 11? Hardly at all. I bumped into him every once in a while when bussing tables on the sun deck, but that's pretty much it. Did he have any other problems I should know about? His life was sunshine and butterflies until he went missing. If you know anything, you're more than welcome to contribute. I'm sorry, but the last guy I told went missing, so I'm a bit reluctant confiding in others. Let me guess. You want me to do something for you first? Nothing like that. You don't gain somebody's trust by submitting yourself as their errand boy. Then how? Prove to me you don't think I'm crazy. Prove to me that there's a conspiracy going on board, and I'll reconsider trusting you. Fair enough. Did Victor 11 want to leave the ship? Not before he knew what was going on board. And what would that be? That's what we've been trying to figure out. Did he have any enemies? Given the circumstances, don't you think that's likely? He still might come back. Your optimism is touching. All right. Tell me more about the circumstances of his disappearance. When was the last time you saw him? He came to me during a break and asked if I would be in my cabin later that evening. He said he'd found something he wanted to show me. What did he want to show? I don't know. He never turned up. What did you do on the night of his disappearance? I went to bed listening to the radio. Did you see or hear anything out of the ordinary? As I was drifting off into sleep, I thought I heard raised voices outside the cabin. I peeked through the porthole to see what the fuss was about. And? It was just Victor 11 and the head servant Victor 7. They were engaged in another one of their arguments. What about? I didn't listen, frankly. They didn't like each other, but had to make the best of a bad situation. How did you find out he was missing? I thought it was strange that he didn't show up last night. I thought I might have fallen asleep and missed him knocking. But when they paged him over the PA system this morning, I got this sinking feeling in my stomach. Like I knew something was wrong. Did you report it? It was just a feeling, and his absence had already been noted. Alright, well, tell me about the other crew members. Bartender, Victor 5. Everybody knows he's a rubbish bartender. I don't know how he does it, but somehow he's managed to avoid demotions for quite some time. Why do you think that is? He's crafty. Back when he worked below deck, I heard he was suspected of framing a young cadet in order to take credit for his work. Nothing could be proved, so the case was dropped. 2 months later, he was promoted to head of cabin services. But lately, his luck seems to be running out. How come? He's failed to deliver a drink order to the captain on more than one occasion. It's hard to blame that on somebody else. I guess he's run out of cadets to manipulate. Alright, head servant Victor 7. Between you and me, I consider him too stupid to be a threat. What was his relationship to Victor 11? They didn't get along and were constantly butting heads. What did they argue about? Mainly small day-to-day things. Somebody used the other's aftershave or stepped in the other's bunk with shoes on. That type of stuff. Alright, the captain's aide, Victor 3. That guy wants a command position so badly, he's waiting right outside the door. What was his relationship to Victor 11? They didn't socialize. The captain's aide is only interested in being friends with people above his station. Alright, and the captain? With the things that go on board, I'm sure she's the only reason I'm still on this ship. She holds her guiding hand over me. What things would that be? There's something wrong with this place. Can't you feel it? That's all the same. Alright. That's all. See you later then. Alright. I'll call the kitchen. Kitchen here. I feel like that's not gonna go over well. I'm trying to locate Victor 11. Have you seen him down there? No, he hasn't been down in the kitchen. Nobody here's seen him. Right, just checking. Sorry, wrong number. Engineering department. Trying to locate Victor 11. Have you seen him down there? Nope. Actually. Call engineering back. Hello, I'm calling from the kitchen. Oh, is this about the stove cleaner? Yeah. I'm sorry, I totally forgot to order that, but I'll send something similar in the dumbwaiter. Sounds good. I'll put it in the dumbwaiter then. Alright. I'll take that. And we'll just get all the interrogating with the bartender done. I'm investigating the disappearance of Victor 11. You mind if I ask you a few questions? So the captain's made you her little snitch, has she? What? No. I'm not a snitch. I'm just kidding, sport. Ask away. Alright, tell me about Victor 11. How well did you know him? Well enough. We weren't bosom buddies or anything, but we got along fine. We had occasional turf disputes when a guest from the sun deck caused problems at the bar, and vice versa. Nothing serious. Did he drink a lot? He came here for the occasional shot every now and then if he had a rough shift. I never saw him flat out drunk, though. He drank on duty? That's commonplace aboard cruise ships. What else is there to do? Go dancing? Stay here long enough and you'll start doing it as well. Won't the passengers smell it on you? That's why they invented the breath mint. And most of them are way more sauced than we are anyway. Did he have any other problems I should know about? You mean substance abuse? It's pretty rare among the service staff. They test us, you see. The guys down in engineering, though, they're always high on something. And who can blame them, right? Did Victor 11 want to leave the ship? He fought hard to be promoted to Sundeck service. Competition for top deck positions is fierce. There's no way he'd throw that away. Alright, well, when was the last time you saw him? He came to the bar last night. Stood just about where you're standing now. Had a few drinks to unwind after his shift. Did he talk to anybody at the bar? He said hi to some passengers, but aside from that, he was alone. Seemed like he was waiting for someone. Who? Don't know. Nobody showed up. Did he drink enough to become impaired in any way? Could he have fallen overboard? That sounds unlikely to me. He walked straight as an arrow when he left. When was that? At about 11 or 12. Was there anything that seemed strange about him last night? Not that I can recall. He just stood there doodling away on a napkin. What did he draw? Something that might be related to what you're looking for. You can have it, but first there's something I need you to help me with. What now? Ever since I came on board, the captain's been asking me to make her a Bloody Mary. But, because of the rationing, some ingredients are nigh impossible to get a hold of. What do you want me to do about it? Make me a Bloody Mary, and I'll give you the napkin. Sounds fair. Thanks. This really means a lot to me. What did you do on the night of his disappearance? I was working here pretty much all night. Did you hear or see anything out of the ordinary? There were a few lingering passengers, so I got off a little bit later than usual. When did you get off? 1:30, I'd say. What did you do once your shift was over? I went to my cabin and decompressed while listening to music. You didn't hear anything out of the ordinary during that time, did you? I fell asleep pretty quickly. How did you find out he was missing? I heard some passengers arguing over chair bookings as I woke up. Some passengers like to have breakfast on the sun deck. It can get pretty crowded sometimes. I remember thinking that I didn't envy Victor 11 his job. When was that? Probably around 9 o'clock? Is that when you knew he was missing? No, but his absence seemed a bit strange. He has to sort those things out, but I couldn't hear him that morning. 10 minutes later, they paged him over the PA system, but I just thought he'd overslept or something. Did he do that occasionally? Not once that I can recall. Okay. Tell me about the crew, particularly Victor 4. That guy is too high-strung for his own good. The only reason he's allowed up here is due to some mental ailment. The guy's afraid of his own shadow. The doctor thought some fresh air would do him good. When I was fresh on board, he used to confide all these wacko theories to me. As bartender, that comes with the job. But this guy was talking headache-inducing tinfoil hat stuff. After a while, I just stopped listening. He must have noticed because he stopped talking to me pretty much entirely. These days, he mostly keeps to himself. What kind of theories did he talk about? Oh, that there's something wrong with the ship, but she's looking pretty good to me, eh? What was his relationship to Victor 11? They didn't have much contact, but I saw them talking more and more lately. In a friendly fashion? Well, they weren't exactly cracking jokes, but they seemed to get along all right. I don't know if it was friendship, though. They seemed more like schoolboys sharing the secret of a hidden porn stash. What were they talking about? The weather. I never heard them talk about anything else. Alright, well, what about Victor 7? Aside from his hugely inflated ego, he's pretty unremarkable. What was his relationship to Victor 11? They shared cabins, so they must have known each other pretty well. I never saw them do anything together, though. What do you think that is? I think they were pretty tired of each other. What about Victor 3? Standing so close to the bridge has given him an inflated sense of importance. He's just a glorified messenger boy with no real authority. What was his relationship to Victor 11? Pretty non-existent. The captain's aide doesn't like to mix with the rest of us. I suspect he thinks it'll adversely affect his chances of getting promoted. And the captain? She's a living legend, and I'm really honored to be serving under her command. Her service during the Great War is legendary. What was her relationship to Victor 11? He wasn't part of the command crew. I doubt she knew him other than as a name in the personnel files. I can't seem to find some of the Bloody Mary ingredients. What are you trying to find? Tomato juice. That's a tricky one. Tomatoes are quite scarce since the rationing, and without it, the drink's just not bloody. The kitchen might still have a few if you're lucky. I didn't think of that. Thanks. Hot sauce. That's a tricky one. If you don't put hot sauce in the Bloody Mary, most customers will send it back complaining it's too mild. There's no substitute for that kind of heat. Thanks for that. Alright, that's all. Well, let's go chat it up with the kitchen real quick. Kitchen here. Do you have some tomatoes down there? We're working within limitations, just like you. If you've already blown through this month's tomato ration, then that's your problem. You can't spare a single tomato. I need some juice for a drink. To tell you the truth, we haven't seen a tomato in weeks. We've started using surrogates at this point, and I suggest you do the same. What can I use as a tomato juice surrogate? Oh, anything red and liquid will probably do just fine. If you make the drink strong enough, these old bums won't notice. Thanks. I'll try that. Calling from the restaurant. Gee, what now? We've received a complaint. Oh boy, what's the problem? A customer said the soup was too mild. Is there something you can do about that? Sure, that's easy. Put something in the dumbwaiter right away. Thank you. And there's our hot sauce. Great. We should probably... It's soup. Poured some gasoline into the bowl. Kitchen here. Hello, I'm calling from the restaurant. What now? We've received a complaint. What's the problem? Customer said the soup was too cold. Is there something you can do about that? Sure, that's easy. Just send the dish down and we'll put it in the blast furnace. That'll make anything smoking hot in mere seconds. Thanks. Do I feel bad about this? Slightly. Alright, there you go. Attention security personnel. Fire emergency detected in the prep kitchen. I heard the alarm. Was that you? Maybe. Holy shit, I thought you'd go down and slap him around, not set fire to the entire kitchen. You should have been more specific. You scare me, man. If I'd known what you'd do, I would have just given you the key up front. You could have killed somebody. So you remember where you put the key then? Yeah, here. Take it. Thank you. Alright, so thank you, Victor 7. Why don't we let ourselves in and have a look around? Thank you for letting me go in. Okay. I was expecting another fight with a door. So this is where Victor 11 lived. It looks like a mirror image of Cabin 1, but I can't shake the feeling that something's different. Well, there's a book here first off. Judging by the book plate, this book belongs to the missing crew member. It might be important. Oh, I am not reading all that. If you want to, you can pause and read it, but I'm not doing that. But I will take the scalpel and the note and be sad at all of the pages that were cut out of a manual, because it's a book still. Hurts my heart. What's this? Looks like an extortion note, but I can't make out what it says. Whoever made this didn't have the time to properly assemble it. I know I didn't read that right. I am okay with that. Some of the letters seem to be loose. If I shuffle them around, I might be able to tell what the note was supposed to say. Alright. Let me just try to find the ones that move. I think that's good enough. The letter seems to be stuck now. There must have been some glue in that spot. Guess that's where it belongs. Last warning. I know what you've done. I have proof. Give me what... Okay, that did stick. What I want, or face the consequences. That's it. Every letter's in the right place. I can read the note now. It's an extortion letter belonging to the missing crew member. Was he blackmailing someone on board? Is that the reason he went missing? Blackmail's as good a reason as any to make someone disappear. Alright, let's go check out my cabin. This cabin mirrors cabin 2 perfectly, but I still feel something's different about them. That's it. The radio was missing in cabin 2. I wonder if that could be significant. Okay, let me see what we need for a Bloody Mary real quick before we get too into conspiracy territory. Vermouth, gin, tomato juice. Vermouth, gin, tomato juice, human tomato juice, hot sauce, lemon juice, and Worcestershire sauce. Hot sauce, lemon juice, and Worcestershire sauce. I've poured some Worcestershire sauce into the shaker. Lo and behold, I have created a Bloody Mary. All right. Hey, buddy. It's slightly lacking in texture, but overall, I'd say it's a damn good Bloody Mary. I don't know if it's up to the captain's standards, though. Guess there's only one way to find out. Send it up to the bridge and hope for the best. And off it goes. Now, you, my fine friend, owe me a napkin. Have you sent it to the bridge yet? Yeah, I just did that. Great. Now all we have to do is wait and see if she approves. Here's your reward. Thank you very much, good sir. I'm just gonna grab a quick picture of that. All right. So, we've got that. Let's go and talk to our lovely tinfoil hat conspiracy theorist. Oh, let me in the door. Thank you. Mind if I ask you a few questions? What do you want to know? Do you know anything about a missing radio? What? Who told you about that? Nobody. I just noticed the radio is missing in cabin 2. Really? That's very perceptive of you. What do you know about it? I'm sorry, but the last guy I involved went missing, so I'm a bit reluctant confiding in others. And this is all the same. Prove to me you don't think I'm crazy, that there's a conspiracy. Yeah, here you go. What do you know about the extortion that was going on? Somebody was being extorted? What makes you say that? I found this note among Victor 11's possessions. Show it to me. This is it. This is proof of a conspiracy right here. Victor 11 was the victim of blackmail. He couldn't pay, or whatever they wanted from him, so they made him disappear. I think it's the other way around. Victor 11 was the one doing the extorting. What makes you say that? The note was hidden among his possessions, but it wasn't assembled yet. I found it along with a scalpel and some cut-out letters. That doesn't prove anything. Why would somebody give him an unreadable extortion letter? You're right, that sounds pretty far-fetched. Whom do you think the letter was intended for? I honestly don't know, but I think I can trust you now. You know there's more going on board than meets the eye. Are you sure he didn't have any problems I should know about? Shortly before his disappearance, he came to me for advice. He said he'd found something significant that, if revealed, really could shake things up around here. What advice did you give him? I said go for it. It's about time somebody exposed what's going on here. Did he take you up on your advice? No, he wanted to try to negotiate with the involved parties first. I guess that didn't go so well. You wouldn't happen to know who the involved parties are, would you? I'm afraid not. Are you sure he didn't have any enemies on board? Well, that much is obvious. But who is it? This section isn't easy to get access to, being so close to the bridge. You think it's one of the top deck crew members? I'm afraid so. Okay. There's nothing new there, nothing new there. Okay, so tell me about the missing radio. Why would he need to hide a radio? He didn't want it to fall into the wrong hands. Why? I don't know. Well, where can I find it? He had a secret compartment under the sink in cabin 2. I believe he put the radio there. What's so special about the radio? He said he'd tampered with the receiver. If you know how to listen, it can lead you to something big. Like what? Something he'd found that held some kind of significance, but he never told me what it was. How does it work? He showed it to me a couple of days ago, but I didn't think much of it. It only picks up this weird signal every once in a while. What kind of signal? Odd beeps, I guess. Nothing you can dance to. It only works sometimes. It seemed very flaky, but I didn't tell him. He seemed to think it would bring on the rapture or something, but I just thought it was a piece of junk. Alright, that's all. See you later then. Let's go and get that radio. Or not. Who are you? Cadet Victor 9 at your service, sir. You're new on board? Sir, yes, sir. Well, welcome aboard, Cadet. Thank you. That's very kind of you. How are you getting on so far? Pretty well, sir. It's all a bit daunting, to be honest. What are you doing here? I'm guarding this door, sir. Why? What's going on in there? I can't say, sir. You don't know, or you don't want to tell me? I don't know, sir. Guard the door and don't let anyone through was all he told me. But whatever they're doing is making an awful lot of noise. What was your previous assignment? I was just a luggage clerk, sir. Don't know why I got this transfer, to be honest. I guess I must have done something right. When did you get here? Just a few minutes ago, sir. I went right up to the captain's aide, reported for duty, and got this assignment. Okay, well, who's in cabin 2 right now? I don't know, sir. 2 members from security. They had different badges from us, sir. I didn't know how to read them. Stand aside. I need to get into cabin 2. By order of the captain, you are not permitted to enter this cabin at this point in time, sir. I'm your superior officer. I order you to let me through. By order of the captain, you are not permitted to enter this cabin. Oh, shut up. See you later. Wait a minute, sir. Yes? Have you met the captain? What's she like? I've heard all kinds of stories. Is it true that she only sleeps an hour a day? I have to go. Right. Sorry I bothered you, sir. I will say this, I would much, much rather be called sir than ma'am. It's annoying, but I would so much rather be called sir. Alright, well, I'm gonna get rid of you. Sorry there, kid. Looks pretty good if you don't examine it too closely. And I'm not gonna forget to put it on this time. Victor 9, what is it? Your instructions are to stand guard outside cabin 2. I want your job. You can have it once I've been promoted to command. But I want it now. Keep dreaming. I mean to kill you all. Ha ha. Very funny, cadet. I suggest you get back to your post before I report you to the captain. Report me. I dare you. Very well, your wish will be granted. I really don't care. I want to go through the others. Victor... Captain Alicia's tyranny must end. That's not a smart thing to say, cadet. Join my mutiny today. I'm going to have to report this. Tell the captain she's got nice cans. I'll say no such thing, and I suggest you keep the sailor talk to yourself in the future. I want her to escort me to my cabin, if you know what I mean. That's it. I'm going to have to report this. You do that. And we're just, insert that as a 6. Put that on. And we're gonna make ourselves scarce. Alright. Let's just go. Victor 9, report for coal room duty. I repeat, Victor 9, report for coal room duty. Damn, he sounded pissed. Wouldn't want to be in his shoes right now. Oh, sorry, kid. I mean, I'm not, but also, yeah, sorry. Somebody really did a number on this cabin. I wonder if they found what they were looking for. I never would have found it if I didn't know where to look. Alright. So, turn you on, and I think that one's downstairs. I have no idea what I'm doing. Anything to do with maps, I suck. Do not ask me to navigate. I will get us lost in 10 minutes or less. I could have sworn in here? No? Do I have the right frequency? No, I did not. Radio seems to emit a faint sound. Okay, where am I going? Over here. The plug at the bottom of the bed came off. There's a small radio transmitter hidden inside the hole. It seems to have a piece of paper taped to it. Okay, so that means I wasn't too far off. So that one should be over this way, I think. Yes. Faint sound. Over here. Knob seems to be loose. There's another radio transmitter with a note stuck to it inside the pole. Okay. And the last one is going to be downstairs. 28. I guess it's a little past... I guess it's past the bar, then. This is the sun deck. It's where Victor 11 worked before he went missing. Looks pretty normal to me. Okay, radio signal seems to come from over here. I was gonna say, I didn't think it was by the bar. There seems to be something hidden behind the pulley. There's yet another radio transmitter with a note stuck to it. Judging by the frequency list, I guess this must be the last one. Alright. Let's take a look at these. One of these looks like some kind of map. I have no idea what the other two are supposed to be. Alright. Well... Victor 5, report to the bridge. I repeat, Victor 5, report to the bridge. Did you hear that? This is it. She must have loved the drink. I'm finally going to be promoted to command. That's great. I'm so happy for you. I thought this day would never come. I thought I would be stuck behind this bar forever. But now I see that all my hard work finally paid off. It was all part of her plan. I'm so nervous. I'm finally going to meet the captain. How do I look? Do I look all right? You look fine. I won't forget what you did for me today. One day, once I'm established on the bridge, I'll repay that favor. See you around, kid. Bye. Alright, I was going here, because I'm pretty sure... Yeah, okay. That's ought to make things a bit easier. Okay. Okay, that line's up there, and... Oh, I don't like how these turn. It's my only complaint. I don't like how they turn. The red lines seem to converge right outside of cabin 2. I wonder what's there. I'll hold on to these notes. Alright. So it's just the mermaid that's there. The lines on the map converged right about here. There must be something special about the statue. I better examine it carefully. Let's start with the head. Aside from being the head of a fish, it looks pretty unremarkable. It has 2 eyes and a mouth, just like you'd expect. Well, I'm gonna put my finger in its mouth, because if there's a hole, you are supposed to put something there, clearly. The tongue yields a little when I press it. A hidden compartment opened on the underside of the statue. Something fell out of it. Alright, personnel files. Let's see here. Victor 67 went missing after being sent to Captain Neff for moral guidance lectures. 71 went missing while delivering new uniform to Captain Neff. Oh God, don't fight me here, buddy. Thank you. 18 went missing after openly questioning an order from Captain Neff. 97 received classified assignment directly from Captain Neff before going missing. 59 went missing while making a routine delivery for Captain Neff. 84 got called to the bridge after an admirable New Year's service and was never seen again. 83 went missing while on assignment from Captain Neff. 20 went missing while on assignment from Captain Neff. Come on, don't fight me. Oh no. 97 went missing after being reprimanded by Captain Neff. 61 went missing serving drinks to Captain Neff. I don't know how long this goes, but I'm not going to fight with the book anymore. Oh, jeez. Well, I'm pretty sure we know who's behind the disappearances now. Of course. I know who's behind the disappearance. Who? It was Captain Neff, sir. That's a serious accusation. What evidence do you have to back it up? Victor 11 found old personnel files that mention hundreds of crew members gone missing. He was probably using the files to try and leverage some kind of deal, but things turned ugly and the captain made him disappear. The roster conclusively points out the captain is the cause of the disappearances. The crew members were carrying out her orders when they disappeared. I believe she set up a meeting on the sun deck as a trap for Victor 11. Are you aware of what you're saying? Are you willing to bet your entire career on this? I'm only trying to get to the bottom of the case. I think it would be best if we confront the captain right away with what... I think it would be best if we confronted the captain with what we know right away. This has gone too far as it is. That's very admirable, but I'm afraid I can't join you. The evidence is circumstantial at best. What? Also, I have other engagements this evening. I think it's better if you confront the captain yourself. It's probably best if you don't mention me. I wouldn't want to take credit for all your hard work after all. But go ahead. Call the bridge if you really feel you want to push this issue. You coward. Bridge. Alicia? Captain Neff isn't here right now. Would you like to leave a message? I know the captain's behind the disappearances. The captain doesn't have time to listen to wild accusations. I can prove my claim. I have the personnel files she's been looking for. Well, dear boy, why didn't you say so? Come in. Let's talk about this. Alicia? I finally found you. You can't believe what I had to go through in order to see you. Alicia isn't here right now. Would you like to leave a message? What? Who are you? I think you know who I am. Are you the machine in the basement? A crude description, but yes. I am part of the machine. What have you done to Alicia? Nothing, really. She's still here. She's merely been suppressed. I thought taking over her vocal faculties would make things easier. Make what easier? I swear, if you've hurt her in any way, you can rest easy, Mr. Neff. Hurting a dreamer is only a last resort now that I know how frail your bodies are. That was the last valuable thing Mr. Morton taught me. I want to extend the lease on life his family gave me, but I can't allow you or your dupes to stand in my way. What happened to Victor 11? He got what he wanted. He got promoted to command. What have you done to the other missing crew members? I could tell you, but I think it would be much more efficient to show you. We all love a secret trapdoor. You cannot tell me otherwise. Where am I? And what's that horrible smell? Okay, well, I'm gonna pick up the bone, because I can see that for sure. I would prefer to not turn the ventilation off, but lights might be helpful. Okay. The left arm is missing from this body. Tendons are protruding from his shirt sleeve. The arms are covered in bite marks. Did he try to chew them off? The needle on the badge has pierced his skin. His face is almost unrecognizable, but judging by the badge, this is the body of the bartender. This is where he ended up, poor bastard. Please, help me. I'm sorry. I'll come back for you. I'm guessing this is another crew member, but it's hard to tell from the decomposition. It's another dead crew member. I can't see a badge on his body. It's a pile of internal organs, mainly consisting of an intestinal tract. The top of his skull is missing. I'm guessing the tentacle entered there. The head has been separated from this crew member's body. There's patches of mold growing on it. Judging from the badge, this was Victor 11. This is where he ended up. It's the body of Victor 9. His face seems to have caved in due to blunt force trauma. Oh, no, got that one already. Same corpse. This was Victor 84. His jaw is partly detached from the rest of the skull. Lovely. Door's rusted shut, can't open it. Wait, molten corpse? A clear liquid is seeping from his ruptured eyes. Lovely. Some of the rust came loose. Okay. Well, this is the only thing I've got. It's all I can really do for him. There's a label on it saying warning lethal upon ingestion, not injection. Ethanol, iron oxide, distilled petroleum, citric acid, calcium. Okay, well, ethanol, iron oxide, petroleum. Oh, I put that in the wrong thing. There we go. Citric acid and calcium. Well, I've got a bone. Calcium, citric acid. The contents of the shaker turned into a makeshift rat poison. Here you go, bud. Swallow this, brother. That's all I can do for you now. Something seems to be happening with the tentacle. Bye. Oh, jeez. Victor? Are you there? Alicia? Oh, thank God you're safe. Here, let me help you up. Okay, but I'd prefer you start pulling. I lack the body strength necessary to climb the rope. I'm so sorry, Victor. I could see and hear you, but it's like I wasn't in control of my own body. I know, honey. The machine told me, but it's all right now. I could feel you in my dream. I wanted to warn you, but the machine wouldn't let me. I was so afraid it would hurt you. I know, honey. I managed to spoil its food supply. I don't think it'll be coming back here anytime soon. No, but the machine is still forcing me asleep, even though I'm fighting to wake up. I thought you'd wake up once I severed it from your dream. You need to cut the machine out of every dream first. Only then will it shut down completely and let me go. What if I fail? You always said I had a pacifying influence on you. So having me as a drooling vegetable must be right up your alley. Don't say that, Alicia. That isn't funny. I know. Can you see yourself changing my diapers? Or spoon-feeding purees into my blank, unresponsive face? I will, if I have to. So this is your recurring dream, huh? Do you always dream about being alone on a boat with multiple copies of me? I don't know if I'm flattered or creeped out. It usually isn't like this, but at least I didn't dream about somebody else. You always had good taste when it came to men. How do I get out of this dream? Leave the same place you came in. The exit's tricky to spot if you don't know where to look. Let's stay like this for a little while longer. I'll miss you when you leave. I'll see you on the other side, once the machine's been shut down. I'm sorry to leave you, but I have to. I know. But I'll see you soon, alright? Yeah. See you on the other side, my love. Alright. So off we go. Now that Alicia told me what to look for, the exit is actually easy to spot. Strange that I couldn't see it before. And back we go. That took longer than I thought, but Alicia should be safe for now. She said I have to sever all tentacles before the machine will shut down. So now, I have to enter my neighbors' dreams somehow. But how can I access their apartments without them calling the police? And how do I make them fall asleep? And that is the end of Chapter 3. We'll pick up with Chapter 4 another time, but thank you so much for joining me. And I will see you in the next one. Bye, everyone.